Ever felt a weird numbness or cramping in your legs, even when you're just sitting or lying down? Or maybe your legs feel unusually cold, tired, or heavy after a short walk. You might brush it off as just fatigue or poor posture, but these can actually be signs of poor blood circulation in the legs, a problem that's a lot more common than people realize. In fact, studies show that peripheral artery disease, PAD, one of the leading causes of poor circulation in the lower limbs, affects over 200 million people worldwide. What's more alarming is that many people don't even realize they have it until things get serious, like ulcers, infections, or even the risk of amputation in advanced cases. The tricky part? Poor circulation doesn't always scream for attention. Sometimes it silently chips away at your health, causing damage long before any visible symptom appears. That's why knowing how to support healthy blood flow naturally, before things go downhill, is essential. Today, we're talking about 7 powerful vitamins that can genuinely improve blood flow in your legs. These aren't just random supplements you grab off a shelf. They each play a specific, science-backed role in keeping your blood vessels open, flexible, and functioning properly. Poor circulation can be triggered or worsened by conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, and even sitting for long periods. But the good news is, with the right nutrition, you can support your vascular health and even reduce the risks. Let's break down these 7 vitamins that do more than just sit in your multivitamin bottle. They actually work to keep your blood moving and your legs feeling alive again. Let's kick things off with vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is a standout nutrient when it comes to improving circulation, especially in the legs. It works by triggering a process called vasodilation, where the blood vessels widen, allowing more blood to flow through with less resistance. This happens thanks to its active form, nicotinic acid, which relaxes and expands the inner muscles of the blood vessels. The result? Increased blood flow, reduced pressure in the arteries, and more oxygen and nutrients reaching your legs. Exactly what you need if you're dealing with tired, cold, or heavy limbs. But what makes niacin even more valuable is that it supports long-term cardiovascular health. It's known to lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and triglycerides, while raising HDL, good cholesterol, which plays a protective role against plaque buildup in the arteries. This means niacin not only boosts circulation, but also helps prevent blockages that can lead to more serious issues like peripheral artery disease, PAD, or even heart attacks. People who suffer from PAD, high cholesterol, or type 2 diabetes often see significant improvements when niacin is added to their routine, especially in terms of walking ability and leg strength. Niacin has been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol by 10 to 25%, triglycerides by 20 to 50%, and increase HDL cholesterol by 15–35%, all crucial for preventing arterial plaque buildup. Scientific studies have shown that regular intake of niacin can improve walking distance in people with poor circulation, making daily activities more manageable. However, high doses of niacin can cause a temporary side effect known as flushing, which is a warm, red, and sometimes itchy feeling on the skin. To avoid this, it's best to get niacin naturally through foods like turkey, tuna, salmon, peanuts, mushrooms, and brown rice. In supplement form, it should only be taken under medical supervision. Interestingly, niacin works even better when paired with other nutrients. Combining it with CoQ10 can enhance energy production in cells, including those in blood vessels. And when taken with vitamin B12, it offers stronger support for nerve function, which is often compromised in people with poor leg circulation. All in all, niacin is a powerful ally for your vascular system, and including it in your diet could make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel and function. Next up is vitamin C. Have you ever wondered why some people bruise easily or feel constant heaviness in their legs, even when their blood tests come back normal? It could be more than just a circulation issue. It might point to a vitamin C deficiency. While most of us think of vitamin C as the go-to remedy for colds and immunity, it actually plays a crucial behind-the-scenes role in maintaining vascular health. One of its most important functions is supporting collagen production, which is essential for keeping your blood vessel walls strong yet flexible. Without enough collagen, vessels can become weak, leaky, or prone to damage, leading to swelling, slow healing, and even ruptures in more serious cases. Vitamin C is also a powerhouse antioxidant, protecting your blood vessels from oxidative stress and inflammation. But what really makes it a hero for circulation is its role in preserving nitric oxide, a natural compound your body produces to help blood vessels relax and widen. The more nitric oxide available, the smoother and more efficient your blood flow, especially in your legs, where circulation can easily become sluggish. Research shows that individuals with high blood levels of vitamin C had 30% better endothelial function, meaning their arteries could relax and contract more efficiently. You can easily include vitamin C in your daily diet through vibrant fruits and veggies. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are classic sources, but don't overlook bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli, and kiwi, which are also packed with this vital nutrient. For a stronger effect, try combining vitamin C with vitamin E or antioxidant-rich foods like blueberries and dark chocolate. They work synergistically to enhance blood vessel health and further reduce oxidative damage. Just keep in mind, more isn't always better. Adults need about 75 to 90 milligrams daily, and a bit more if you smoke or are healing from illness or surgery. Megadoses aren't necessary and won't offer extra benefits. What matters most is consistency. So, if your legs often feel tired or heavy, maybe it's time to check in with your vitamin C intake. It could be the simple fix your circulation has been waiting for. Next on our list, vitamin E is another game changer. Did you know that poor circulation in the legs can start with microscopic clots you don't even feel? These tiny blockages might not cause immediate symptoms, but over time, they can restrict oxygen delivery, causing discomfort, cramps, or even tissue damage. That's where vitamin E steps in as a silent guardian. This fat-soluble vitamin, particularly in its active form, alpha-tocopherol, plays a dual role in keeping your blood vessels healthy and your circulation flowing smoothly. Vitamin E is a potent antioxidant that helps neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage blood vessels and increase clot formation. But perhaps more importantly, it reduces the stickiness of platelets, the blood cells responsible for clotting. When platelets clump together too easily, the risk of small clots forming increases, especially in the narrow capillaries of your legs. By keeping these platelets more slippery, vitamin E makes it less likely for clots to form and impede blood flow, helping your legs feel lighter and reducing that heavy or cramping sensation often linked to poor circulation. Scientific studies have shown that vitamin E can significantly improve leg cramping and intermittent claudication, a condition where walking causes pain due to reduced blood flow, especially in older adults and those with underlying vascular issues. It acts almost like a shield for your cells, preventing oxidative stress that can weaken the walls of your blood vessels and make them more vulnerable to damage. You can find good amounts of vitamin E in natural sources like sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados, and olive oil. Including these in your daily meals is a great way to support your vascular system naturally. However, it's important to stick to the recommended daily intake of around 15 milligrams for adults. More isn't always better. Excessive supplementation can interfere with blood clotting, especially if you're on anticoagulants or blood thinners. So always consult your healthcare provider if you're considering high-dose supplements. Balanced and consistent intake is key to unlocking the full circulatory benefits of this underrated nutrient. Moving on to vitamin D. Before talking about the benefits of this amazing vitamin, do you know that around 60% of people with low vitamin D levels are more likely to develop peripheral artery disease, PAD? This condition narrows the arteries and restricts blood flow to the limbs, especially the legs. That's a shocking statistic when you consider how common vitamin D deficiency is worldwide, particularly in areas with limited sunlight. What many people don't realize is that vitamin D isn't just about bone health. It plays a critical role in keeping your blood vessels flexible and your circulation in check. Vitamin D helps regulate the renin-angiotensin system, which is essentially the body's internal blood pressure controller. When your vitamin D levels are low, this system can go into overdrive, leading to stiffer arteries and elevated blood pressure, two major enemies of smooth, efficient blood flow. This rigidity in the arterial walls can severely impact circulation in the lower limbs, making them feel cold, tired, or even painful after light activity. In long-term deficiency, it raises the risk for vascular diseases and complications like PAD. What's more, vitamin D supports the lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium, helping it stay healthy and responsive. A healthy endothelium can properly release nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing your blood vessels. That means better vasodilation, improved oxygen delivery, and less resistance in blood flow, all vital for people struggling with sluggish circulation or symptoms like leg cramping and fatigue. Natural sunlight is the best source of vitamin D, but modern lifestyles, indoor work, sunscreen use, or living in areas with long winters make it hard to get enough. That's where food sources come in. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, liver, and fortified dairy or cereals can help bridge the gap. Still, many people rely on supplements to maintain healthy levels, with 600 to 800 IU daily being the typical recommendation. And here's a pro tip. Pairing vitamin D with magnesium can improve its absorption and support vascular relaxation even more effectively. So, if you're feeling the signs of poor leg circulation, checking your vitamin D levels might just uncover a missing piece in the puzzle. Now, let's talk about vitamin K2. Here's something most people don't realize. Having enough calcium in your diet isn't always the issue. It's where that calcium ends up that really matters. And that's exactly where vitamin K2 steps in. Unlike its better-known cousin vitamin K1, which helps with blood clotting, vitamin K2 has a unique job. It keeps calcium out of your arteries and sends it to your bones, where it belongs. This is crucial for circulation, especially in the legs, because calcium buildup in the artery walls leads to vascular calcification, a condition that stiffens arteries and restricts blood flow. The science behind this is fascinating. Vitamin K2 activates a special protein in your body called matrix GLA protein, MGP. When activated, MGP binds to excess calcium and prevents it from depositing in soft tissues like the arterial walls. If calcium starts piling up where it shouldn't, your arteries become less elastic and blood flow becomes sluggish, especially in smaller vessels that supply the legs and feet. Over time, this can lead to serious complications like peripheral artery disease, PAD, hypertension, and even an increased risk of stroke or heart attack. What's really compelling is that studies have shown people who get more K2 in their diets can reduce their risk of arterial calcification by up to 50%. That's a massive impact for a vitamin most people aren't even thinking about. And the good news is, you can find K2 naturally in a handful of nutrient-rich foods. Fermented options like natto, a Japanese fermented soybean dish, are the highest in K2, but you'll also find decent amounts in aged cheeses, egg yolks, and organ meats like liver. For maximum benefit, vitamin K2 works especially well in tandem with vitamin D3. Think of D3 as the nutrient that helps your body absorb calcium from food and supplements, while K2 is the traffic director, guiding that calcium into your bones and away from your arteries. Together, they create a powerful combo that promotes strong bones and a flexible, healthy vascular system. For most adults, including these nutrients in your routine can make a real difference, not just for circulation today, but for long-term cardiovascular health. Now, let's not overlook vitamin B12. If you've ever experienced a tingling or numb sensation in your legs or feet that just won't go away, it might be more than poor circulation. It could be a sign of vitamin B12 deficiency. This essential vitamin, especially in its active form, methylcobalamin, plays a major role in supporting nerve health and red blood cell production. It is critical for keeping your blood flowing and your limbs feeling energized. B12 is particularly important for older adults, people with diabetes, and those experiencing nerve-related pain, as it supports the myelin sheath that protects and insulates your nerves. When that sheath breaks down, nerves can misfire or go numb, often starting in the extremities like the legs. But the role of B12 doesn't stop with nerves. It also plays a big part in managing homocysteine, a naturally occurring amino acid in the blood. When homocysteine levels get too high, often due to a B12 deficiency, it can damage blood vessels, make arteries less flexible, and slow circulation. High homocysteine is a known risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and peripheral artery issues, all of which can worsen blood flow to the legs. Scientific research has shown that supplementing with B12 can significantly lower homocysteine levels, leading to improved vascular function and better circulation. Getting enough B12 through your diet is usually straightforward if you eat animal products. Great sources include red meat, poultry, fish, dairy products, and fortified cereals. However, for vegetarians, vegans, or older adults whose ability to absorb B12 declines with age, supplementation is often necessary. Some may benefit from sublingual tablets or even B12 injections, especially if deficiency symptoms are already present. The recommended daily intake of B12 is 2.4 micrograms for adults. Still, higher doses, often in the range of 500 to 1,000 micrograms, are commonly used for therapeutic purposes, especially to restore nerve health or lower homocysteine. The vitamin is water-soluble, so excess amounts are generally excreted, making it safe for most people to supplement under medical supervision. If you're experiencing leg fatigue, numbness, or nerve discomfort, checking your B12 levels could be a vital step toward better circulation and overall vascular health. Lastly, vitamin B6 plays a complementary role. Think of vitamin B6 as a behind-the-scenes powerhouse for your circulation and nerve health. While it doesn't always get the spotlight, it quietly supports dozens of processes in your body that all contribute to keeping your blood flowing smoothly, especially to your legs and extremities. One of its most important jobs is helping to lower homocysteine levels, much like vitamin B12. Elevated homocysteine can irritate the lining of your blood vessels, making them less flexible and more prone to damage. By reducing this compound, B6 helps protect the delicate endothelial layer that lines your arteries and veins, improving their ability to relax and allow blood to flow freely. The active form of B6, called pyridoxal 5-phosphate (PLP), is involved in more than 100 enzymatic reactions, many of which influence circulation and nerve function. That's why B6 is especially important for people dealing with neuropathy, including people with diabetes and those with chronic inflammation. Nerve pain, tingling, or numbness in the legs can often be traced back to poor nerve signaling and damage, both of which B6 helps to repair and stabilize. It also supports neurotransmitter production, which ensures smooth communication between nerves and muscles, critical for maintaining mobility and feeling in your lower limbs. Interestingly, studies have found that people with chronic kidney disease, a condition closely tied to poor circulation, benefit from B6 supplementation. In one clinical observation, B6 intake was linked to improved vascular function and reduced inflammation markers, which are both key to healthy blood flow. While B6 deficiencies aren't super common, they can sneak up in people with autoimmune issues, alcohol dependency, or malabsorption problems. Food-wise, it's pretty easy to get B6 from a balanced diet. Chickpeas, bananas, poultry, fortified grains, and potatoes are all good sources. The recommended daily intake ranges from 1.3 to 1.7 milligrams for most adults. However, in medical cases like neuropathy or chronic inflammation, higher doses may be prescribed. Just a heads up, taking very high doses over long periods can cause nerve damage, so always check with a healthcare provider if you're considering supplements. When combined with B12 and folate, B6 becomes part of a powerful trio that keeps both your blood vessels and your nervous system in peak condition. But don't forget, no vitamin works in isolation. Movement, hydration, sleep, and a balanced diet all play essential roles in circulation. A quick tip: try adding a smoothie with spinach, vitamin E, banana, B6, and yogurt, B12 to your morning routine, or a colorful salad with salmon, bell peppers, and sunflower seeds for lunch. If you're into herbal teas, adding ginger or turmeric can naturally support circulation, too. But talk to your doctor if you're on any medication, especially blood thinners. As a final thought, poor leg circulation might not seem like a big deal at first, but left unchecked, it can lead to pain, infections, and even long-term disability. The great news? You can start supporting your vascular health today with small but powerful dietary changes. These 7 vitamins aren't just theoretical. They're scientifically proven tools you can use to improve your health naturally. Try adding these vitamins through food for 1 week and see if you notice a difference in how your legs feel: lighter, warmer, more energized. And if you do, drop a comment and share your experience. Your story might just be the inspiration someone else needs to take that first step toward better circulation.